All right, we're recording? All right. What's up, guys? Welcome to the Morning Beer Podcast. We're back to the Morning Beer, guys. It's fucking been craziness. Anyway, so what's going down, everybody? I got a new microphone. Shout out to my boy Lurch for hooking it up. I'm also, you know what I'm saying? He tried to help. He's helping the podcast out. So big shout out to that guy. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying this microphone out. Seemed like it will work pretty reasonably. We'll see though. We'll see in the long run in the future as well. Just in the long run, me and him were gonna do a podcast together on Sunday, but it just didn't really pop off like it was supposed to. You know what I mean? You know how that goes. You know what I'm saying? But definitely went over there and hung out with him for a while on Sunday, and had a great time. This episode's gonna be pretty crazy because it's not on live stream. It's not on Twitch. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be, like, I decided to take a break from that this week, just the whole live streaming thing, because the streaming service I go through likes to cut out every fucking 5 seconds on the podcast. It's like, look, man, we do the podcast, all right? It's got to come out every week. And it's going to be a day late, and I'm fucking sorry, okay? You don't pay for this, so don't get all pissy. Like I got to work around your schedule. I hate when people do that, They get all pissy. Like, oh, I'm pissing. Anyway, welcome to the Morning Beer Podcast. We're back, episode 121. The Morning Beer is back. It used to be the Morning D. It was the Morning Beer originally, but, the Morning D wasn't catching on for me. And it was one of those things where it was like, just do your own thing, Derrek. And that's all I should have done in the fucking first place. I should have changed the name of it. I shouldn't have done none of that bullshit. I should have just kept going. But I tried to change the name of the Morning D and to the Morning D because I thought that sounded cooler for a minute. Then it just never really set with me the way I wanted it to sit. You know what I'm saying? The way it was should have the Morning Beer set with me in the fucking first place. The Morning Beer was always, but I didn't want that reputation of being drunk all the fucking time either. You know what I'm saying? I used to have that reputation. I used to be that guy that would pass out in your fucking front yard, pissing myself, whatever. But that's not me no more. That's not the man I am. I haven't done that in years. So why am I even living off that old fame? Or as a scumbag, that's what, I that's fame to me as a scumbag. You know what I'm saying? If you a scumbag, that's kind of fame to you to live off them old, just the shitty memories. And plus, where I come from, the shitty memories are some of the coolest fucking memories. Literally where I come from, that's what it's like. It's, you know what I mean? People ain't gonna walk up and be like, I'm a Harvard scholar. People go like, dude, you remember that one time I got caught on fire? I don't know what the fuck. I can't even talk today. Cut. No, but you remember that time I got caught on fire, fool? That was crazy. So yeah, you set yourself on fire, bro. You were on acid. You know what I'm saying? But stuff like that, and so that's what people remember you as in your hometown. Me, I was known as a fucking alcoholic drunk. You know what I'm saying? But that's not me no more. But the Morning Beer, and I was scared that that's where the Morning Beer was going. I was scared that it was going to be, some fucking alcoholic drunk asshole that just, gets on here and just gets drunk and fucking, screams and hollers and shit. You know what I mean? And I'm 35 years old. I can't be doing that every day like I used to. I used to get drunk. I used to work at nights and afternoons, so I get drunk all fucking morning, take a nap, wake up, and go to work. I did that for many years, guys. I would literally, and then I'd get off work and go straight to the bar. You know what I'm saying? I would get off work, go straight to the bar. You know what I'm saying? Do a little bit of, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But I was always fucked up on something for many years, and it got to the point where it just got old, and I think that was a part of growing up. Now I feel lame. You know what I'm saying? I feel like a lame-o sometimes because people want to try to tell people are like, oh, you're not the same guy you used to be, or you know what I mean? All the new people in my life are like, you never did that. No, you haven't. One of my coworkers you never did that. I'm like, you don't know, man, because it was one of those things that I hope to never do again. I mean, truly. It was one of those things that I hope I never go back to. But it was fun times. Don't be wrong, fun times. I just don't think I can go back to that. I've seen so many family members fall to alcoholism. I've seen so many friends fall to alcoholism, even drugs, you know what I'm saying, and everything. And just I've seen these people just go down the wrong fucking hill. I know these people. They don't, you know what I'm saying, they don't have a good life. And so that's my goal, is to have a good life. My goal is to build a podcast, to build the empire around the podcast. River Air Productions become something more than just something that I talk about, you know. So right now, the only thing it's doing is a production company for one podcast, but I want to be a production company for a bunch of podcasts. And that's the goal. I want, you know, like all my friends to start podcasts. I could be their production company, or even people that I don't even know, you know what I'm saying? And just to come to me and stuff like that. And I want to do collaborations with other podcasts out here in the area. I'm already friends with people that do other podcasts out here. I'm friends with, you know, and I'm, you know, at the Vibe Party, I made more friends with like rappers and stuff like that too. So, I mean, I want to reach out to more, you know what I'm saying, and get the podcast bigger as well. And being a drunk fucking asshole, fucking sleeping in the yard, pissing yourself is not where the fuck it's at, you know. But this episode today's gonna be pretty short, I think. So guys, you ain't gotta worry about me lecturing for long. That's my little ASMR. You like that? Jack off, pull your dicks out, and start jacking it off, because I'm ASMR in it. Do it again. Do it longer. I'm not done. Fucking idiots. Anyway, so welcome to the Morning Beer Podcast. I'm your host, Derrek, the Nice Guy Rivera. You know, I broke it down why I call myself the nice guy. I am a nice guy because women don't want to date me. That's their excuse for not dating me. You're just too nice. You're just a nice guy. You know, so that's why I call myself Derrek, the Nice Guy Rivera. So anyway, Sunday was one of the greatest days ever. You know what I'm saying? It was it was. I went out with my friend Heather. You know what I'm saying? I've talked about her in one of the other episodes when she first moved out here, when we first saw each other again and stuff like that after 5 years. And she introduced me to oysters, you know? Like, in the old me would have never fucking ate oysters. You know, I'm a fucking man, bro. What the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Eating this fucking snot in a goddamn fucking rock. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was like a shell, and it looked like someone just blew their fucking nose in it. You know what I'm saying? She's like, raw oysters, you know, and she's like talking about how fucking great they are. You know, we went to a place called Razoo's, and she was just, man, you know, just being herself, you know what I'm saying? And it makes me so happy to hang out with someone like her, man. It really does. And she was just, you know, we're just having a great fucking day. And her and I went to a place called Razoo's. We went there to sit down and eat. We went sat at the bar. I thought we were just gonna have a couple of drinks, maybe a dinner or whatever, and then walk out. We ended up being there for like 2 hours, 3 hours almost, you know what I'm saying, just talking and having a good time and just, you know, lost in the moment, you know what I mean? It was one of those things where, like, you get lost in the moment and you don't want anything to ruin it, but it goes by way too fast, you know? And so she got me to try oysters. I was kind of skeptical at first. I'm like, I am not going to fucking touch this snot in a fucking shell, you know what I'm saying? That's what it looked like to me. It looked like snot, just something that you know what I'm saying, after you have a fucking long night of partying and something you have to blow your fucking nose and shit, you know, that's what it looked like. And it was good. It was good. We put some hot sauce on them and some lemon and oh my god, dude, and some horse relish, and they had a cocktail sauce too. I tried with horse relish and cocktail sauce, you know. Why do they call it horse relish? Anyway, so we were sitting there, we had a couple drinks and stuff like that, and I bought a bottle of Crown, and we went out to the car and took shots of that, and we left, you know, and went to the pool hall, and it was a good time too, guys. It was, you know what I'm saying, and I liked it because I don't usually like going to bars, man, no more, you know what I'm saying, and the reason why is because, like, every time there's men around and there's a beautiful woman, guys have a pissing contest. Like, we're the kind of, we all try to fucking bow our chest up and also let me do this, let me do that for you. You know, it's like, it's just a fucking pissing contest. You know what I mean? I don't like that. And like, that's the only thing, like, you know, when you were hanging out with a beautiful woman, like, to me, Heather's the most beautiful woman I've ever seen in my life. And that's as simple as that. And she would literally, you know, and she don't notice it, I guess, but like, People do, and she was like, we were just having a good time, and I'm glad there wasn't like fucking like I'm glad it went back like it was in Marble Falls and stuff, where all these cocks will pop up out of nowhere. You know what I'm saying? They see a guy like me hanging out with a girl like her, and they're like, hey, they wait till I go to the bathroom, and hey, you should play a game with us, or hey, what's going on? And she's like, oh, I'm just here with my friend. Oh yeah, that's what's up. Oh, that's your friend. Definitely, he ain't got a chance. Stuff like that. So like, it's like, and I'm glad it wasn't one of those situations. It was so much fucking fun, man. And the fucked up thing about that game was, and I'm gonna tell y'all this right now. 5 years ago, I played Heather in pool. Me and her, first time we ever played pool against each other. She whooped my ass because I scratched the 8-ball. Okay, first shot, scratched the 8-ball. Guess what happened this fucking time? First fucking shot, Shrek scratched the fucking 8-ball again. I don't know if that's like, a sign or something like, hey, don't play her in pool because she will beat you every fucking time or what, but she did. And of course she had a blast about it on fucking Facebook. I whooped his ass in pool again. I was like, I think, but it was fun though, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just the whole vibe, man. I love the whole vibe when I'm hanging out with this person, man. And she was having a great time. I remember we were listening to like R&B in her car, and the next day she called me and said, I apologize, and I was blaring this R&B really loud apparently. I was like, bro, I don't give a fuck. I said, there's one thing you got to know about me, man. I love to see people in their natural habitat. I love to watch people be themselves. I love that. I love to watch people be themselves. There's nothing more in my life that I love to do. Like, I love to sit with somebody and just watch them be themselves and have a good fucking time. Just like, if you're in your car singing, or if you're, just sitting on your porch, having a drink, or if you're, sitting at your house, like, because later on that night I went to go visit my homeboy Lurch, and, he was just watching the show and just relaxing, and that was the best you ever seen somebody when they're just in their own natural habitat, just being themselves. I love when people are relaxed around me. I don't like when people are, how do I put it? I don't like when people are literally nervous about to be in themselves. Like, I remember when I was younger, people would always try to gangster around me. They'd always try to have to prove themselves, and I don't like that, man. She didn't have to prove herself, you know what I'm saying? But she apologized the next day. I'm so sorry, I was just having such a great time. Nah, man, don't be sorry. You was being yourself, and I love the vibe. I love the vibe that she gives off, and that's what my whole life now is about, is just finding people with good vibes, man. And I think I got some of the greatest people in my life right now that have some great vibes. There's some people that don't have so much great vibes, but there's literally some great fucking vibes going on, and you sit there and you think about it, and I just loved it. It was Sunday was like both of us needed to get out, man, and that's what it was too. Both of us needed to get out of the house. She's stuck at home working. I'm always at work or at home, and it's just like we never get to have a good fucking time. We never get to have a good fucking time, And so we both decided to get out and have a good fucking time, and that's what it was. It was the greatest 6 hours of my life, pretty much, or that day apparently, but it, not my whole life, but you know what I mean. Like, it was a great fucking time. It was one of those times of just. You didn't have to be high or drunk. I mean, we did get drunk. Don't get me wrong. I got fucking drunk. I was drunker than a motherfucker. But I had to kind of slow down for a little bit. Dog whining in the background. That always happens when I'm trying to fucking podcast. If I wasn't trying to fucking podcast, he wouldn't be doing that shit. You know what I'm saying? But, that's just the way it fucking goes. Derrek Ribeiro, like at his fucking finest, is cocksucker. Yeah. Hey, I'm still an asshole. What do you want me to do? Anyway, so we had a great fucking time, and it was literally, I needed it, she needed it, and I was just so fucking happy to have, just to have. I know she needed a good time because she kind of let loose a little bit. You know what I'm saying? It was like she was drinking too. Like, the last time we hung out, she was kind of like, hey, but it was just like. We both needed a good time. We just both needed to drive down the road and jam R&B and scream fucking Usher or Life Jennings or some shit. You know what I'm saying? We both needed to fucking have a good time. And it was to me, it was just fucking awesome, man. Like, I enjoyed that day. You know what I mean? And it ended great. Went to my homeboy Lurch's, fucking chilled over there with him. You know what I'm saying? Watched some TV. You know what I mean? And drank a little bit more and stuff. And just we watched it. We watched it, which was a fucking. I finally got to see chapter 2 the other day. We're gonna talk about that as well. But it was just Sunday. It was just one of those days where it made me realize it's like, maybe being alive is a good fucking thing. I left the house. I wasn't at home the whole fucking time. Mostly on Sundays, I just sit in the fucking house. I'm sitting in this fucking house. I'm plotting. I'm fucking thinking about the podcast. I'm thinking about fucking blowing my brains out. What the fuck ever. I don't know what I'm thinking about, but I'm always fucking sitting in this house fucking thinking. You know what I mean? Watching TV, watching movies, just thinking. Just thinking. That's it. But it's always good to have some good company in your life, man. It's never enough. The time is never enough. I feel like, it goes by so fucking fast. Like, you be your day off, you wake up in the morning Sunday, Heather comes scoop me up, and before I know it, it's like she's having to go home. We're having to get back to reality. I think it's like the best high in the world is when you're hanging out with someone like her and y'all just flying down the road, listening to music, singing, or if you're at the pool hall, whatever. And I miss those times, man. I miss those times, and it wasn't like a pool hall. Like, it wasn't like in my hometown when me and her used to go out and stuff like that, when people would just fucking, so many fucking dicks walking around, man. It was like literally, I remember when I posted a picture on Monday, fucking all my friends were like, hey, what's up with her? She should come hang out with us sometimes. And I'm like, what? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm like, well, bring your wife next time. How about that? You know what I mean? And then they got all fucking pissy and shit. It's like, I'm just fucking saying. You know what I'm saying? Like, you wanna fuck with my friend, then I'm gonna fuck with your friend. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause like one of my friends was like, you should have brought me with y'all, bro. It's like, what are we gonna do? Me and you be having a fucking pissing contest the whole fucking time, ruining the fucking good time. Is that what's gonna happen? Cause like every time there's a beautiful woman around, guys like that don't. They would risk a friendship with a guy like me just to fucking have a one night stand with her. Simple as that. And I know they would, but. Like, one of my friends, then he got all pissy and shit. It's like, bro, like, you know what I mean? Like, you don't want me to fucking, bury you head first in the fucking ground, bro. I don't want to do it today, but I will. You know what I'm saying? God damn. But no, but it's like that though, man. Like, like, guys are becoming more like bitches now. Like, straight up bitches. Like, they're, tell her I said what's up. Why? She don't fucking know you. Well, next time y'all hang out, you should come by my house. Why? She don't fucking know you. And, I don't mind, she wants to hang out with him, cool. But my thing is like, bro, don't ruin the vibe. Like, there's always a certain vibe, and everybody wants to ruin it with their fucking bullshit. And it'd be ruined, because we'll be sitting there just like, damn, we should be out doing what the fuck we want right now. Instead, we're stuck with this fucking douchebag trying to impress her. You know what I'm saying? And maybe maybe they didn't seem it that way, but to me, it kind of seemed that way. To me, it's like, we see y'all having a good time, but we want to jump in y'all's good time, which is understandable, but people ruin everything. Like, late at nights when I smoke a cigar outside on the porch and I watch the traffic, one of my friends is like, this guy that lives around here, he's always like, wanting free shit. And he's like, man, you should come have a drink with me. Why? Why you want to run that? I just want to sit out here and listen to some good music and just fucking smoke this cigar and have a drink. I don't want to share my cigar with you. I don't want to fucking share my drink with you. I don't want to, you know what I'm saying? And I know that's fucking selfish, but it's like, man, it's the vibe, bro. Like, you're trying to fucking kill because you want to fucking get free shit, because you want to take from me. You know what I'm saying? It's the vibe, and that's the whole fucking point. People don't understand that, like sometimes, like I told him, I said, man, that was just a day for me and her, bro. Like, me and her both wanted to get out of the house. I'm sorry. Well, maybe next time you should bring me. Okay, well, bring your wife too. Bring your wife too. Fuck it. Let's all have a good fucking time. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna tell you this. You know what I mean? It's life. Life is too fucking short to have people like trying to ruin your vibe. And that's what the fuck they was trying to do. That's what the fuck they always trying to do. But that's how it is nowadays. Like, men are like bitches nowadays. I remember back in the day they said women are harder friends to have. I don't know about that. Because guys are fucking some of the hardest friends to have nowadays because everybody's so envious or jealous or everybody's so fucking, just stupid. You know what I'm saying? It's not like it's it's not like that we wanna seem jealous or anything, but it's just like, man, like I don't want my vibe. I don't want my fucking vibe because that I have with this person because you want to fucking try to fuck her, and that's all it is. You know what I'm saying? Like they will literally try to do that, and then they're like, "Well, I don't know what happened. Hey, bro." They know, hey, bro, me, bro. You know what I'm saying? But like, there's certain people in your life, you know what I'm saying, you just gotta keep dear and close to you, man. And I think there's certain people that also you gotta watch in your life, you know. Like there's always certain friends that are always out to like see you fail. I realize, and the reason why I realize that is because like they, you know what I mean, like one guy's like, well, she's way out of your league. I don't know why you're hanging out with her. You know what I'm saying? They're like, stuff like it's like, God damn, bro, you don't even fucking know me. You know what I'm saying? God damn, you don't even know her. What the fuck you talking about? You know, so, oh, you must have money. What? I heard that comment and that pissed me off, bro. Like that literally it hurt my feelings and it pissed me off. And I shouldn't have let it get to me. And usually don't. That's one of my messages. Don't let these jealous haters get to you, because these jealous haters are always gonna have fucking something to say, no matter what. They see this beautiful woman smiling right beside me, and they're like, "One, she ain't gonna be with you." I'm like, okay, I understand, maybe not, but or you must have money. No, I got a big dick actually. What the fuck you want me to do? All right, but like that's the shit I always hear. You know what I'm saying? It's never. It's like it reminds me of that part on the movie Shrek, where like the ogre loves the princess. Everybody starts laughing because that's just how it is. Like what I'm saying, like the ogre loves the princess kind of thing, I guess you could say. So it's weird to me though, man. Because we had a great fucking time though, but it was like none of that fucking mattered, man. Like when you're hanging out with someone like her, none of that matters. You're having a great time. You know what I mean? Like it was like, I don't know, man. Like it was just one of the greatest times I had in such a fucking long time, dude. Like it's just such a long time. And I know I said last year, like, oh, next year I'm gonna be doing more things and more of this, man. And I've been lying my ass off because I ain't been really doing shit. Like I do a little bit. I went to the vibe party. This last thing I did before this. You know what I'm saying? Like I go to fucking go to a party or whatever. And like some of my friends invite me out to the bars and stuff like that. But I don't know, man. I don't know if I'm ready for the rat race yet. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if I'm ready for the whole, like, because people live that life. People really live that life where, like, they're going out every fucking weekend, going out every night and stuff like that. And it's like, I used to live that life too, but like, now I'm not that guy no more, man. Like, I would like to be that guy again. And maybe I will be in the future, you know. I will be in the future, I think. You know what I'm saying? And I think, I mean, I'm just going to, like, I was just chilling, but it just felt good to go out with a good friend and not have to worry about watching your back, man. And, like, I'm really thankful for someone like Heather, you know what I'm saying? Like, just to be in my life, you know what I mean? And it was just funny. The next day she called me and I'm so sorry. I'm like, for what, dude? You know what I'm saying? Oh, we were the music. I was listening to it. I was like, well, I don't give a fuck. Like, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't mumble rap. Now, if it was mumble rap, I'd probably be like, oh God, get me out of this fucking car. I'll take an Uber home. Fuck this. But it was it. It was a good fucking time, man. And I'm just glad that I'm just glad like the people that did come in the pool hall were like, you can tell they're married men. They're like, the fucking wife is gone right now. Just let me have a good time playing pool. I'm not trying to fucking have a pissing contest with anybody. But like, I didn't really notice anybody. I just had a great fucking time, dude. Like it was hilariously awesome. She beat me in pool. What can I fucking say? I fucking suck. Okay. Then the next time the game kept on going and going and going. We couldn't get no balls in, but we were just too busy laughing and stuff like that. But it was a good fucking time, man. And I hope to have many more in my life. I hope to have way many more. And that's one thing about life. It's life is worth living sometimes. you know? I know sometimes when I'm at work, I don't think that. I wish I was dead. Sometimes at work, like sometimes I'll be sitting at the fucking register and there'll be like someone trying to like, of course my coworkers, they avoid the register like COVID-19, these motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not trying to say nothing bad about these cocksuckers, but it's fucking true. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's one thing about me. I'm always here to fucking tell the truth. They avoid the register like it's COVID-19, these motherfuckers, and I'm sitting there at the fucking register. And then you have fucking people, I don't know what shot I want, and the first thing I thought in my head is like, man, I wish I had a gun. I would blow my fucking brains out. But that's not how I really feel. You know what I'm saying? I really feel like life is worth living. You know what I'm saying? Like, and just every once in a while, I just feel like dying for that moment while the person's picking the shot, or, maybe dying on Christmas Day, so I don't have to celebrate Christmas and resurrected the next day later. But like just little stuff like that. Just bitter ass motherfucker. I don't know. I'm a fucking winner. Wonder why the women ain't crawling all over me. But it's true though. You know what I'm saying? But life is worth living. Life outside of work. Life outside of fucking just norm is worth living. A lot of us get stuck in this fucking same routine bullshit. That's why I feel like I'm a rat in a fucking one of the little spinny things. What the fuck? The spinny fucking thing where they run in it. You know what I'm saying? You know what the fuck? I don't know what the fuck they're called. They're like a wheel. It's like a wheel. They run in it. That's what I feel like sometimes. I feel like I'm caught up in the wheel, just running, and it's going in circles, going the same bullshit every fucking day of the week. So once I get out and do something that's out the norm, it's just like, oh, this is what fresh air feels like. This is what fucking, a fresh drink of spring water really should taste like. You know what I mean? Like, this is what life is supposed to fucking be about, guys. It's not about being, sitting in your house all fucking day being a motherfucker, or going to work and fucking, thinking about blowing your fucking brains out because some fucking bitch can't decide if she wants a shot of fucking Bacardi or a shot of fucking Jameson. You know what I'm saying? It's not that. You know what I mean? Or people get mad at you at your job because you out of Hennessy. Sorry, we're out of fucking Hennessy. Shove it up your ass. What the fuck you want me to do, cocksucker? So, you know what I mean? Like, and it's not about that. It's about just having a good time with good ass fucking people. And Sunday made me realize that. I got to hang out with Heather and I got to hang out with my boy Lurch, and just both fucking people made me see. You know what I mean? Me and Lurch were watching It. That's what I was gonna get to now. We were watching It, and it reminded me of when I was a kid. It reminded me of when I was a young man, before the man titties, I had man titties, but I had little boy man titties. Before the gray hair, the beard, all that bullshit. It reminded me of just a good fucking time. Reminded me of Jay. Jay is a good friend of mine that recently passed away on 9/11, and not 2001, but 9/11 this year. He's a good fucking friend of mine. Me and Jay used to watch the original It all the time. But we were like those kids, man. We were losers. We were, riding our bikes and our scooters everywhere. There was a whole bunch of us, but we were some bad motherfuckers. We were some future savages. We were the future fucking savages of America. That was us. Every day out in the creek, every day at our clubhouses, every day fucking riding our bikes everywhere, running from old man Maurice. Old man Maurice was that wasn't even really his name. I don't know who the fuck said that was his name. I think it was Jay or one of our other fucking friends that said that's old man Maurice. He was a fucking old fucking pedophile motherfucker. I don't know if he was a pedophile, but he was just a weird old man. He would walk through the creek, look like Moses. He looked like what you think Moses would look like. He had a big old beard. And he wore like Wranglers, and he'd wear like tennis shoes, like the little but he couldn't tie shoes, I guess, so he had like the little Velcro on him, and he had like a Western shirt, and he would just walk through the fucking creek screaming Bible verses. John 3:16, and you'll be like just chilling in the creek, whatever, and you'll hear Ezekiel 19:42 or something. It was just fucking weird, man. And I remember one time we caught him taking a shit, and we started throwing rocks at him. We're just fucking assholes, man. Like, we would run from old man Maurice. We'd always run from him, running from something. Well, we were some fucking savages, man. I remember there was just all the time. I remember one time old man Maurice was in the trash can, bro, and he was He was digging in our trash can, and I fucking threw a box at him right in the head, and he's like, "Fat son of a bitch!" And he just grabbed up out of the trash can. And he was tall as fuck. He was, I mean, to me, he was like he was only probably like 6'4". But then, you know, when you're 11 years old, motherfucker looks big, tall. You know what I'm saying? He looked like something that out of a comic book. He just climbing out of that fucking trash can. And I'm like, oh shit! So I ran back to Jay's house. Those were the days, man. But those were the fucking days. Watching that movie, and then, you know, the next day when I had to go to work on Monday, then I got off on Tuesday. Tuesday I watched movies all day. I watched movies like Stand By Me and I watched Life, Stand By Me, fucking what else? It Chapter 2. I watched just I'm looking for Sandlot. Currently looking for Sandlot because that was one of our favorite movies when we were kids. But I watched these movies and I was like, that reminds me of those fucking days, man. That reminds me of those fucking days when me and Jay and the whole crew would just fucking get together. My little brothers, we'd all ride our bikes in a fucking pack. You know, we'd all ride our fucking bikes in a pack. We'd all fucking, you know, or ride our scooters. Someone would be on a scooter behind us, or something. It'd always be Jay, and we'd all be fucking just ready to get into something. That was us. Like, we could have took down it. Me and my friends would have took that motherfucker down fast. I'm telling you, that's how we were. Like, I'm not saying we were badass fucking fighters. We ran from a few people too. Like, I remember there was this guy, this big old motherfucker. He looked like a young Debo. That's the only way I could describe this man. And I ain't gonna say his real name on here because he was a fucking pedophile and we didn't know it. There's a lot of pedophiles in our neighborhood, dude. You know what I'm saying? But no one wanted to touch us. You know, we were the dirty fucking kids. No one wanted to touch us. We were, you know, and it's kind of sad no one wanted to touch me. I wish someone would have touched me, but I guess they did, you know? But, so we would fucking, I'll get back to the It story in a minute. So we had there was this guy, he made a clubhouse. He was older than us, about 5 years older than us. He was the same age as Jay's big brother. He went to school with Jay's big brother. Jay's big brother always be like, so y'all stay away from him. See, Jay's big brother Mikey was like our hero, kind of, you know what I'm saying? Because he always had chicks. You know what I mean? Like, for real, like, this guy would have, like, a different chick. He would fucking have, like, him and his homeboys were all, like, you know, like, there was, they were, like, the crazy white boys, I guess, but they were, like, they all lifted weights, and they all had chicks, and they just freaking, you know what I mean? Like, they were all fucking them, and they were, like, the chicks were hot, too. They weren't, like, you know, ugly fucking bitches. They were fucking, like, god damn, you know what I'm saying? So we'd always see them, you know? And we'd always see them do stuff. It's like, you know, that was our hero. Mikey was our hero. And I remember this guy, you know, said Debo, the Debo lookalike. You know, I don't know why he reminded me of Debo. I think it's because we first saw Friday, and so it was like, you know, that was our Debo in the neighborhood. And he was kind of nice sometimes, but he stole my bike. I remember him and his friends stole me and my brother's bikes. I remember, and they found them at the HEB. You know, and just little stuff like that. There was, you know, like, we didn't know if he was cool with us or not, but he let my little brothers, he let all the skinny kids in the club, but me, Jay, and Todd. And T didn't really care. He wasn't really involved in that part. But I remember I was mad. Can't we be part of the club? Well, we didn't know he was a pedophile at the time. You know what I'm saying? The guy had a fucking PlayStation down there in the woods. He had like a wire running all the way to his house. He had a fucking TV down there. He had lawn chairs, and he would bring them food and stuff, and me and Jay would just watch him. Y'all ain't allowed in my club because you're fat. Fair enough. And I'm a vengeful motherfucker. That's just how I always been. You want to fuck me over, I'm going to fuck you first, kind of thing. So Jay goes, we got to do something about this. I said, yeah, we do. Jay knew how to hype me up, too. That was the craziest thing. Because, you know, Jay would be like, we got to do something about this. Like, yeah, I do. You know, in my head, I'm like, I'll do it. Don't worry. I'll be the hero. Because I always wanted to be, like, you know, at all the clubhouses, I was kind of like, the biggest guy. So no one really fucked with me, you know. But the older guys would fuck with me because they were way bigger and way stronger and tougher than me. And my crew, no one did. So I was like, Jay, what we can do? He goes, man, we need to do something. I don't know. We were planning something. So me and Jay wrote out these plans. We fucking went through with it. Crazily, that night, his mom stayed up all night, too. I think she kind of knew. Jay's mom was like, an angel on earth, man. Great freaking lady, but she will tell you exactly what she fucking thought. I remember I'm like, yes, ma'am. She goes, don't call me ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, mom. It was just one of those things, but like, she was a tough East Coast lady, bad motherfucker. So was his dad. His dad was like, great guy too. Great motherfucker. Some of the greatest people you can ever meet, man. His parents were just good fucking wholesome people. And I got nothing but love for them and always will, But so me and Jay planned this out. We had to wait for it. So finally his mom goes to bed. Okay, cool. We can sneak out now. But the guy, his house was right behind Jay's house. We live in duplexes in called Village Circle. It's in Marble Falls. You can look it up. It's a piece of shit. But hey, it was our neighborhood back then. It was newer and it was nicer. It wasn't that nice. But anyway, it wasn't that nice. But so, me and Jay decide we're going to fucking tear this shit apart. Well, we start to wait for a whole boy to go to bed. He finally goes to bed. Jay went to bed too. I said, fuck it. So I went down there and I fucking pissed on everything. I fucking smashed the fucking PlayStation, cut the wires from his house, broke the fucking TV. I went ham on this shit. Because the whole day I was holding my temper in. You going to let me in your clubhouse? You going to let Derrek Rivera in your clubhouse? You ain't going to let, and Jay's like, chill out, dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's like, and Jay kind of egged it on. Like, yeah, he ain't let us in the clubhouse because we're fat. We like to eat. That's why. Because he can't afford to feed us. I'm like, yeah, motherfucker. And me and Jay are pacing all day long. But Jay, luckily, for some reason, he passed out before me. And that hardly ever happened. But, who knows? Usually I remember around 10 o'clock I used to pass out and Jay would be like, hey, Derek, D, go to bed. Like, I'm good, man. Because, I was used to going to bed at 8, so I'm like, on the couch all the time, and his family just be laughing their ass off at me. And Jay, so anyway, I went down there, I tore it up. The next morning, we see, Debo. I'm going to call him Debo. I'm not going to say his real fucking name on here. But he come walking up from the creek. He's pissed. Which one of these little motherfuckers, my little brothers and everybody standing around, which one of these motherfuckers tore my shit up? And I look at him and I'm sitting there and I'm like that, I'm just smiling. I had this big smile and Jay looks at me and goes, you did it, motherfucker. Like, he just looked at me like, oh my God. And I'm just sitting there and he looks at me and Jay goes, I'm going to kill both you fat motherfuckers. And he's like pointing like he's like a wrestler. He's like in this big old fucking hand just pointing at us. And so I'm like, fuck that. And so we run. And Jay's like, D, come on. So me and Jay run. We run around the corner and we see Jay's brother and his best friend. We're like, yo, old boy trying to kill us. So what y'all do? Nothing. We did nothing. We're like, fuck. So they walked over there like, what's up, man? How's it going? Why you trying to kill my brother and his little fat friend? And they're like, well, he broke this. I was like, I didn't break nothing, dude. I promise I didn't. And then so like they're out. They go, Derek, Jay, go in the house. So me and Jay go in the house, and Jay goes, you motherfucker, you did it. And I said, I know. And so we walk up to the back window. It was like Jay's mom and dad's bedroom, and then there was the back window, and they were talking outside the back window. And we pull up the window, and we're staring, and I'm doing this. I'm making faces at him. I'm like, yeah, I did it. What are you going to fucking do, bitch? What are you going to do? You know what I mean? Like, and he's like, that motherfucker over there. And they're like, no. You don't mess with those kids. And, they're fucking and it's about to get on. So anyway, they talked it out. And old boy, no, he didn't want nothing with Jay's brother and his own boy. He knew he didn't want nothing with them, because they would have whooped his ass over us. But I think deep down they knew we did something. They knew how we were. So Jay goes, I don't believe you fucking did that, bro. I said, yeah, I'll do it again too. He goes, man, you're fucking crazy. I said, I know. He goes, damn, but Jay had my back. He goes, yeah, we didn't do that. You know what I'm saying? Jay, to this day, Jay would have told you, no, man. You know what I'm saying? Jay had my back, man. Like, no matter what. He goes, this crazy motherfucker. Like, he ain't scared of the fucking big bad wolf over there, I was scared, but I ain't trying to show nobody I'm scared. Man. Then there was one instance, me and Jay, like, and these movies reminded me of those times, because, like, we've gotten to so much adventures, man. There was, like, we would build clubhouses. Everybody had their own clubhouse. Mine was the base. Then we had this one big clubhouse. We'd always go down there and stuff, and Like, what are you faggots doing down there? So, nothing, bro. Leave us alone, bro. But like, the whole crew would just hang out. We'd get into stuff all the fucking time, man. And it was. I remember one time we had this one kid. He was scared of clowns. Get to the it story now. And we had like, oh my god, bro. It was all of us. It was my brother Chris. He was scared of clowns too. So every time we play it, Chris would leave. Chris, fuck this. And that movie, It, was the one that would really get everybody's blood boiling. That was, to us, that was the ultimate scary movie at the time. Because it was old, it was creepy, it was about a small town. We lived in a small town. It was about a group of kids. But I'm telling you right now, me and Jay and the crew and my brothers, Chris and Brandon, and oh fuck, I don't want to name all the guys that were in our crew. There was like a couple more there was two brothers. There was, you know what I'm saying, Stoney. We could have took down It. And I remember for a while there was two girls that were out there, and all of us would fucking wrestle each other for the two girls. Even though the two girls never fucking got, they only got with one of the boys in our group that was like good at everything. He was a nice guy. He was good looking, and he can play guitar, and he can do anything he put his mind to. This fucking guy. He was friends with Jay first. Jay introduced us to him, and the guy just got the girls, but we'd always drool over the girls. And we'd always wrestle over the girls. But anyway, that's just how it always is with guys. You know what I'm saying? Once you grow, that's the way it is. Sorry. But I remember we had this guy who wanted to hang out with us. He was one of Jay's friends from school. So he came down in the neighborhood hanging out with us. He was scared of clowns. And he hated ICP. So first we turned on It. We all went in Mikey's room. I don't know why the fuck we'd always go to Mikey's room. Mikey wouldn't be home. We decided, hey, let's go in Mikey's room and play with his CD player. Because Mikey had a CD player, and the fucking CD players were dope back then. Especially if you had a home stereo, you were fucking in. And me and Jay always wanted to borrow the home stereo. We always wanted to borrow either ICP CD or the fucking Sitting Fat Down South fucking Little Troy. You know what I'm saying? If you're from Texas, you know what that is. Sitting Fat Down South had that song, Wanna Be a Baller, and we'd play that song over and over and over. Wanna be a baller, shot call. You know what I'm saying? That shit. That was our shit. So, you know what I mean? And like, he had all the fucking CDs, all the rap that we loved. And they're like the ones that introduced me to hip hop and rap and stuff. So we would sit there and we'd listen to it over and over. It's like, hey, we got a song for you. He's like, okay. You ain't gonna turn that movie back on, are you? No, man, fuck no, we ain't turn that movie back on. We turned the TV on, the movie's playing. And then we fucking started playing ICP. I'm bigger, so I stand in front of the fucking door, and he can't get out. He's screaming for his life, this kid is. And me and Jay are laughing so fucking hard. And literally just fucking these motherfuckers, dude. And because his mom and dad weren't there, they went to go get us some pizza for us. His sister was out front. So, because his older sister was there, but she was out front, so she couldn't hear. So finally she heard the kid screaming. She came in, and me and Jay opened the door. Was like, what are you talking about? His mom and dad were like, they came home. They're like, what did y'all do? We got our asses in trouble. His mama got on to us. She's like, y'all don't do that to him. Blah, blah, blah. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Look, I'm sorry. Don't call me ma'am. Yes. She's like, why would y'all do that? Because we waited till his parents left to go get some pizza, man. Like we'd always go, like every Friday or Saturday, we're eating pizza either at Jay's house or at my house. And Friday, usually my parents used to go to this place called Shortstop. Big ass fucking pizzas, New York style pizzas. I don't know if they really were like that in New York. I still don't fucking know, but I know these were some big ass fucking pizzas. Like one pizza will put you down. They were the large was huge. It was like bigger than a 60-inch screen TV. It felt like it was big. And they had these big ass pizzas. You had to roll them up. You had to roll and eat them. You couldn't eat them like regular like pizza from Pizza Hut. You had to eat them. So we'd go there every Friday, and my parents would, and Jay would come over and eat some pizza with us. And sometimes we eat pizza on Saturday at his house. We'd all get around also at his house and watch wrestling. We would and I remember football, Sundays. They were big Philadelphia Eagles fans. Now everybody knows I'm a Cowboys fan. Always have been, always will be. This has been our thing for years. When the Eagles would play the Cowboys, we would all get together and just fucking talk shit to each other. Good fucking times, man. But like that's the reason why these memories come up, because those movies, bring these memories out of me, man. They bring the memories out of me because it's just all the stuff we used to do. We loved horror movies. We'd ride around in our group. We would have took it down. I'm telling you. Me and my crew would have took them down. Like, there was no fucking way. We weren't scared of the sewer. We weren't scared of shit. Like, kids nowadays, they fucking walk around and they're worried about their fucking skinny jeans getting a fucking little speck of dirt on them. We didn't give a fuck. We'd be out there in the creek for hours, days, fucking muddy. I remember one time they was looking for us. We was hiding from them. It's good fucking times, man. It wasn't like it is nowadays. So, but I just been reminiscing about Jay and stuff like that, and those movies brought a lot of memories out, a lot of fucking good times, man, a lot of great times with his family. I remember just hanging out, man, and I remember all these fucking crazy times. And I told on the last episode, I told some Jay stories or whatever, but like I was like, if he was here, like, he would tell such great fucking stories on the podcast. He tells such great stories on a lot of fucking things, man. But it is what it is, and just living on memory lane sometimes it ain't what you're supposed to be doing, but it's like, god damn. You don't. That's what a Sunday kind of brought out on me too, because Sunday, I was like, man, I remember I used to live life to the fullest all the time, and we would live like there was no tomorrow. We would all freaking hang out, play Pokemon cards. We had a whole setup. We had it all. We had, you know what I mean? Like, we would literally, like, Waylon Jennings has a song called The Wild Ones. And I think that was us. You know what I'm saying? I always feel like that was based on a lot of us. We were the wild ones. You know what I'm saying? And we were. We were like wild animals, bro. Like, we, just from messing with old dude, tearing up his club, then find out later he's a pedophile. It's like, oh, so glad me and Jay weren't in his club because he tried to stick a finger in y'all's butt, huh? They're like, no. It's like, well, apparently he tried to stick his finger in some kid's butt because that's what happened to him. But no, it's fucking sad. I mean, but he would literally, you know what I'm saying? Like, we just went through a lot of shit, from running from old man Maurice, from fucking, you know what I'm saying? Like, and this is only a couple years. We did a lot of shit. Every day it was a new adventure. From him and Jock getting into a fight and fucking, you know what I'm saying, like just doing what we do. Everybody in the neighborhood did what they did. Like, it was a crazy little thing. Like, in these movies remind me of it. It was kind of like a Sandlot / fucking, Stand By Me kind of shit. Like, that's what it reminded me of. Like, it was literally each kid had our own mindset, but we all came together. Like, at school, we didn't really hang out because we were all like different grades. I was like 2 grades ahead of everybody. Then there was like, like the other guy was 1 grade ahead of me. And then, you know what I'm saying? Then there was like, they were 2 grades below me. Like, my brother and Jay hung out a lot. Chris and Jay, they were friends. And so that's kind of how I met them. And there was like, just everybody had our own thing. But once we got home, that was our neighborhood. That was our fucking area. That's where the fuck we rolled. You know what I'm saying? And other kids didn't fucking belong there. And that's how it was. It wasn't no gang shit. It wasn't no, greasers versus fucking, preppies or whatever. It was literally just a bunch of guys just growing up, becoming guys. You know what I'm saying? A bunch of us growing up, we liked football. We liked wrestling. We would imitate a lot of that shit. Like, a lot of what The Rock, John Cena, and all them did. And I'm surprised none of us, like, fucking broke each other's necks. Like, that's what I'm surprised about. Like, I'm surprised, like, you know what I'm saying? And I'm surprised a lot of times, like, Mikey never, like, like, broke our necks and stuff, too. So we would try to wrestle with him, and he just whooped the shit out of us. But, not now. Not But, yeah. But his big brother was, like, a hero to us, man. Like, because he literally saved us from fucking that motherfucker, All because of me, All because of me. I had to do what I had to do, son. So I had to go in there and do what I had to do, son. And another thing that brought the memory out was, like, because it seems like every fucking day, like, Facebook memories pop up and it says you have memories with Jonathan J. Wells. I'm like, god damn, dude. But there was a video and I was like at their house watching the game, and we were already like I was like 21 or some shit. And I was like, we're here watching the Longhorn game. I turn around and Mikey's sitting there just watching the game, and Jay pops up behind him and goes like that, you know. And I was like, fucking goober, man. And just little shit like that. And he'd be like, hook 'em horns, you know. Like we just have a good fucking time. That was the only team we agreed on. The only team we agreed on was the Longhorns. You know what I'm saying? Texas Longhorns. And so we'd watch fucking Texas Longhorns every Saturday. And every once in a while they let me watch, you know, my Dallas game, but they had to watch their Philly game too. But when Philly and Dallas played, it was a fucking war house there, man. And we'd all have a fucking good time, you know. And it was like, I just those movies just reminded me of those days, man. Like, and it's crazy how something like that could just bring you to a standstill, you know. Just bring you to a standstill. And I was just so fucking like thinking, like, I'm so thankful for everything in my life and everything that's been going on and all the times that we had and stuff like that and all the times that we're gonna have, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can't wait till the day that, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna see dude again. I can't wait to, I want the whole old neighborhood to get back together, but it won't be the same, you know? It won't be the same because Jay won't be there, but it, you know what I'm saying? Like, all of us are growing up now and stuff like that. But it's just, I remember, you know, 20 years back, 25 years back, when just things were simple. You know, summer times were Rocket Power and PlayStation and clubhouses. That's it. You know, it wasn't anything different. I got a text message from somebody. Ain't who I want to talk to, so fuck them. You know, it ain't who the fuck I want to talk to anyway. It never is. But this whole weekend's been it was a pretty good weekend. I definitely thinking about the future of the podcast here lately, and it's definitely going to be. I was going to say this earlier when I was talking about how I'm turning back to the morning beer. It's definitely going to be. I'm definitely going to make a Patreon. Hopefully. I mean, just to see what happens. You know what I'm saying? I want to make a Patreon to see what fucking happens. I already got a Patreon where I listen to Tim Dillon and Joey Diaz, but I want to make a Patreon where, like, the podcast can be on there. I want people to listen to the podcast on the Patreon. You know what I'm saying? Not just this podcast, but a different one. I'm going to have two of them. I want to have one for, like, that comes out every Sunday morning or something like that, or every Monday morning. And it's going to be like a kind of like called Screaming Into the Void or something. I'm really searching on names right now, but I'm definitely going to have this podcast still be on YouTube at Rib Era Productions, the free one, of course, and also on Spotify. This episode definitely will be on Spotify and also Rib Era Productions as well. It's not going to be on Twitch this week, guys. I'm sorry. It's just the fucking restream is dope, but it cuts out a lot too. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's like, your internet's bootleg. It's like, no, it's not my internet. I got some good ass internet, and the fucking router's like right there. So it's not like it's my internet. It's the restream want me to pay $40 a month. You know what I'm saying? To fucking, you know, so everything will stream right. That's what it is. That's what all them companies fucking do to you. They we don't have the best service like this, right? You know, this thing pops up on my computer. They want me to pay, you know, a certain amount a month, and you will have better memory. And I couldn't even fucking do the video like I wanted to last week. You know what I'm saying? So, like, the dedication to Jay video was separate from the fucking podcast. Like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? They couldn't even let me do that. But, you know, luckily the audio wasn't. The audio was still uploaded to fucking to whatchamacallit, to Spotify. Sorry, guys, it's a day late again. I know, man. I'm trying to get on my shit, bro. I really am trying to get on my shit. It's just between my laziness and the change of schedule and just being fucking dead-ass tired and staying up all night is really fucking catching up to me. I'm not a young cat no more. If I was still in my 20s and I was doing this podcast, I'm pretty sure it would be fucking 3 or 4 a week. You know what I'm saying? And that's one thing I do miss about being younger, too, because I was more creative and I was more wanting to do shit. And now it's just like, fuck. You know what I mean? I do the podcast whenever I feel like it now. Right now, like, I like doing the podcast. I love it. But it's not like it's you know, I love telling stories on here or whatever. I'm trying to find a purpose for it. You know what I mean? But I just didn't want to talk about the news today, man. Like, you know, every episode I always talk about the news. You know, I'm always talking about what's going on in the news. It's like, bro, like, I'm sick of talking about what the fuck is going on in the news. Fuck the news, man. Fuck them. Like, the only thing I care about right now is fucking, you know, I don't know, but it ain't the news right now. You know what I'm saying? And don't worry, I'll get back to the same news bullshit where I'm yelling about fucking, what the fuck ever. The fuck ever I'm yelling about. What am I going to be yelling about next week? What am I going to be talking about next week? You know what I'm saying? Think about it. What are we going to be talking about next week? So it's going to be, hopefully it's going to be a good episode. Hope you guys enjoyed it, man. Definitely just, ever since Sunday, man, I've been kind of just, thanking life. Thankful for my life, And I know there's a lot of times in my job where I'm thinking about my job, like, man, I wish I could someone come here and blow my brains out. But that's not how I really feel, You shouldn't feel that way. But it is true. It's just some people are so fucking stupid. You're like, that's one reason why I hate getting stuck at the register all the time, man. Motherfuckers will see me coming and they fucking disappear. They're like, or like Goku. It's a transmission. It's like, what the fuck? Like, motherfuckers avoid that shit like it's COVID-19 on that motherfucker. But, and I know it wasn't much of a funny episode. You're supposed to make it funny, Derrek, so I can laugh. We don't want to hear you just talk, Look, some people want to hear me talk, by the way. I had a Lyft driver the other day. I met her, a lady named Rhonda, I believe. She was really fucking cool, man. Got her number and stuff like that. And she got my number, and she's going to, text me next time her and her husband go out to the gun range or something. And that's new experiences in life, man. She told me a lot about sociopaths and stuff like that too, and narcissistic people. We talked about that, and it was like she knows a lot what she's talking about. Like, I hope to have her on a future episode, actually. But she said I had a good voice for podcasting and radio. I didn't even tell her I podcasted. And I was like, really? She goes, yeah, you seem like you have a good voice for podcasting and radio, kind of iconic like Alex Jones or something. And I almost fucking just fell over, dude, because I'm like, Alex Jones? Like, I love Alex Jones, man. So, but it was a good fucking moment, man. It really was. So, but it was cool for like 5 minutes of talking to this person because something told me today I was going to meet someone really nice and cool. She goes, so far every ride I had it was just a fucking piece of shit or, just a rude person. But she goes, but you're so nice, And I was like, well, I appreciate it. She goes, I really want you to meet my husband and stuff like that. Maybe y'all can hang out or whatever. And we're going to go to the gun range, throw axes. We're going to do this. And I'm like, man, we're going to have parties. And next time we have a party, I'll give you a text message and see what's up. We're going to have barbecue and stuff. I was like, oh, you want me at barbecue? But it was cool as hell, and this is somebody I might want on the podcast too. She seems like she knows what she's talking about, because a lot of us do deal with a lot of narcissistic people in our lives, and a lot of people that are just about themselves and want to use us for what we do, and that's one thing in life you gotta fucking, I think, kind of steer away from, and it's hard not to, because sometimes it's the people that you least expect, man. And I realized that after I posted that picture with me and Heather, man, just what people really thought about me, what people really, you know what I'm saying? Because they're like one guy was like, well, you ain't got a chance. You know what I'm saying? It's like, wow. And you do? You know what I'm saying? So it was just stuff like that. And it was like, I took these people off my Facebook. I took them off my Instagram. And it is what it is. I didn't want to, but it's just like when people want to treat you wrong, that's what they're going to do. They don't care. And then she told me, she's like, they don't care that they're doing it because in their head, they're right. And that's true. And sometimes I have some qualities too much of myself, I feel like sometimes, but I don't ever try to treat anybody wrong. And that's one thing people, y'all got to watch out for, man. But it's just crazy that I met this person and she said that. It was just weird to me that I met somebody, you know what I mean, and they said that to me. It's been a really weird time doing this podcast because it's been making me want to go out and do more stuff, but also I've been meeting people and they've been saying stuff like that. You know what I mean? And it's like, huh. But I'm happy that I do run into the people I do in my life. Either true friends or not true friends. Or fucking, you know what I'm saying? The times I've had, it's been fucking great, bro. I'm all the times I had pull out a gun and blow my brains out. It's not live stream, so I'm not going to do that, okay? Because how am I going to get the podcast on the goddamn air, okay? I'm not going to blow my brains out. Don't get your hopes up. Don't start jacking off. Thank you. They do. They just start beating off to everything, these fucking people. For real. I can only imagine how many people beat off that picture of us. She's going to hear this. So she ain't going to hear this. Chill out. But I thought, to me, it was to me, that was weird. you know, just meeting this lady. It was like a weird coincidence, man. And she said that, like, you have and like, to me, I just thought, it fucking filled my head up, though. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, hi, I'm Alex Jones. Welcome to InfoWars. Like, I've always wanted to be on InfoWars. I've always wanted to, like, meet someone like Alex Jones. I know he's going through his legal troubles right now because he's only going through his legal troubles right now because he said something that was true somewhere. It ain't about Sandy Hook. It ain't about Sandy Hook. I mean, they're using Sandy Hook as a cover. Yes, they always do. They do this to the fucking many people. Andrew Tate, ain't about him fucking doing human trafficking. They don't give a fuck about that. Ain't about him disrespecting women or slapping that bitch around on fucking thing, even though she said that's what they do sexually. Which I guess that's, do what the fuck you do. But it's about something he said. It's about something Alex said that fucking triggered these people. They were just waiting for the right opportunity for him to fuck up. And then when he did, they jumped down on that ass. That's what they do. You know what I'm saying? So, and then they have shows like, like they want you to be like if you have a podcast or something like that, or if you have a fucking radio show, or if you have something like that, because I've always wanted a radio show. They want you to chill the fuck out. That's it. They don't want you to say what the fuck's really on your mind, because you notice these late night shows are bullshit. I know I'm getting into my regular bullshit like I always do. But they don't want you to say what's on your fucking mind. Because if you do, then you're fucked. Because there was that loud, I hate that car. It's a piece of shit. Stop. But they don't want you to say what's really going on. They want you to fucking say what they want you to say. Because you notice how cringe these late night shows are. You turn on the fucking TV and a grown man's playing with Muppets. You know what I'm saying? Or, you know what I'm saying? They're like, let's go to fucking Red Lobster. Like, I would dare you to take me to Red Lobster, you son of a bitch. You better be paying. Better give me all them biscuits you can, sir. But that's what TV's become. And then there's a few guys saying real shit out there, and they're each one's getting dropped by fucking flies. So, I'm going to stop saying real shit on the podcast. Yeah. No, but it's just, that's the reason why they're on to Alex. That's the reason why he's having legal troubles right now. That's the bottom line. Because Stone Cold says so. No, Stone Cold didn't say that, I don't think. But, because Stone Cold said so. But it's like that, man. So you gotta open your eyes and really fucking see what's going on. But it was just cool how I met this person, man. And I'm going to get back to that subject now. It's just cool how I met this person and she said that. Because sometimes I be doubting my voice. Sometimes I be doubting who I am. And sometimes, like, I wouldn't doubt myself that day, but, like, sometimes you just, like, you run into, like, random angels in your life that are, like, and that's what I call them. Like, all these people, like, I think Joey Diaz even said about people in his life, they're angels. And that's how they are. There's random angels like Jay, you know what I'm saying, his mother, you know what I'm saying, his father, people that I've run into in my life, you know what I'm saying, his whole family, angels that I've run into over the years who made me the man I am today. My own mother, you know what I'm saying, my stepdad, my real dad, you know what I'm saying, my stepmom. All the people in my life now that are here are great. And it's always worth living. You know what I'm saying? Life is just worth living. But sometimes you run into a random person, just a random, like, Lyft driver. I don't even hardly ever take Lyft. I always use Uber. But that day I decided to use Lyft. And that day is when I ran into this person that was like, hey, here's my phone number, man. You seem like a cool dude. You give off a good vibe. She said, I don't know what it is. And she's like, you should really do radio or do podcasting. I said, I podcast. She goes, good. Keep on doing it. You never even heard it before. You don't know what I'm talking about. But it's just life, man. It's a crazy fucking thing called life. That's it. You know what I'm saying? It's one day you're a kid, you're fucking running around, you're getting in trouble by the neighborhood bully, getting chased down, yelling for your best friend's big brother to fucking save you. The next day, you're an old man, and you're on a podcast, and, it's crazy. I used to be a drunk, a drug addict. all that shit. And now I'm here. And every person that I met along the way has literally made me the fucking man I am today. And that's crazy. And people that I meet, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm telling you, I don't ever take Lyft. I decided to that day. And bam, she popped up. And you meet this person. And she told me exactly what I needed to hear. That's eerie as fuck to me, man. But that's life, man. You know, and all the greatest people I've met that I haven't fucking mentioned, you know what I'm saying? I forgot to mention a few people that were like brothers to me the last time. Because there's another 2 or 3 people that are like brothers to me. But I treasure every one of these guys. I love them, you know, and every one of my fucking friends too. You know what I mean? And like Sunday really helped me see that, you know, and Heather really helped me see that on Sunday too. That like, you know, life is worth living again. Because I almost got myself back into one of those dark modes where I didn't podcast, didn't nothing, just sat in my room. And that ain't who the fuck I am. I'm a bad motherfucker. I'm a savage. Always fucking have been a real savage. I ain't one of them fucking savages that these bitches talk about on the radio. I'm a savage, you know what I'm saying? Because they fuck different dudes. You know what I'm saying? You're not a savage because you had 4 fucking dicks in you last night. I'm a savage because I sent a picture of my dick to people in Indonesia. All right, I'm a fucking real savage. I'm gonna tell you that right fucking now. You know what I'm saying? I have these people on my Facebook all the time telling me, "Hey, you look cute. Can you send me $200? I'll send you something, all right? Something 9 inches and full of fucking juice, bitch." And I do every fucking time. I sent them a picture of my fucking dick, my balls, and everything. It only backfired on me one time. It's when this motherfucker started trying to blackmail me over that shit. But hey, I told him, I said, blackmail away, and they never stopped. They stopped. That's the way it goes. Because they were trying to get me to send them money over in Indonesia. Can't get Derrek that way, bitch. But thank you guys for listening. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for doing what the fuck ever you do. You know what I'm saying? Big shout out to all my homies. You know what I'm saying? Big shout out to everybody, man. I love you guys more than anything in the fucking world. I love all my listeners too. You know, they're very like few of y'all, but y'all listen. I appreciate that fucking very much, man. This episode was fun as fuck to make. I hope it really worked with this microphone. It was working earlier. I just hope that everything worked out right because this is one of the best episodes I just recorded with myself, of course. You know what I'm saying? I'm here playing with myself right here. Tell you what. No, definitely big shout out, man. You know what I'm saying? And I can't wait. Can't wait to see what's going down. You know what I'm saying? Just can't wait. I know. I know for a fact that it's going to be a good day, man. It's Friday. Well, no, actually it's Saturday. It's when this is coming out. Saturday. I gotta pretend like it's Saturday, even though it's Friday when I'm recording this. I'm like, it's hard for me to do that though, man, because sometimes like it's Friday, you ain't got no job and you ain't got shit to do, you know. But I'm like, it's Saturday, man. It's Saturday when this is gonna come out, so definitely Saturday the Saturday the 24th. So you guys have a great fucking day, man, and remember that what do we remember? You know, hopefully I'm gonna start working on the future of the podcast. So everybody that's been listening since day one, thank you. Everybody that's listening now, thank you. Everybody that's not listening, fuck you. Okay? You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna see how the numbers stack up on this motherfucker when I put it on my Facebook. Like, you know, you put it on your Facebook story, and you get like fucking like 5 people viewed it. You know what I'm saying? But when you get, you know what I'm saying, you never mind. I ain't going there. So anyway, thank you guys for listening. I appreciate every fucking thing y'all do. You know what I'm saying? It's been one of them episodes. It was a lot longer than I thought it was going to be, man. But hey, I just reminiscing with you guys. Hope you have some good stories out there too. You know what I'm saying? Just think about your friends and family. Look around. People that are in your life right now are the most important people. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of people that, you know, don't deserve to be in your life. And you know that deep down who the fuck they are. And deep down, you know what you got to do. And that's to kick those people out of your life, man. Make your life fucking happy, because life is too goddamn short to be fucking worrying about some motherfucker. Some motherfucker that's, you know what I'm saying, trying to fuck up shit for you. You know what I'm saying? Because they want a fucking one night stand, or because they want to fucking live a certain life. You know what I'm saying? They want to be better than you. You know what I'm saying? Just keep on moving in life, man. Like, look at me. I ain't got shit. but I'm fucking, you know, so I'm living life. I'm doing my fucking thing. And that's the only way, that's the best way to fucking do it, dude. So anyway, thank you guys for listening once again. I appreciate y'all. Love you. And have a great fucking day, man. I know I will. Peace.